already did a video on the Rocky's Child Nymph, but then I was too lazy to edit it. I was too lazy to edit it, and so I never posted it. What the hell? So you know what? I'm gonna eat all of it then. I'll give the rest to the roaches and to Maddie in the basement.
Where Maddie belongs, that is.
Where Maddie? We're sorry, Maddie. We'll give you a better home soon enough.
We're saying this for legal reasons.
Legal reasons. Pretty much.
This crossbow's like a shotgun, bro.
So I need to take a drink of water. Ew, that water tastes bad.
What do you?
Whatever,
What
that's
are you
fine.
drinking?
I don't know. Core oil. Apparently, my depression medication for my depression tastes like core oil.
Yeah, maybe because it makes me more depressed.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can take most medicine, okay, but my core oil I cannot take. It was so bad. Okay, and nothing would make it taste better no matter what I put. This is the real depression. It's a symbolism of my depression.
So you had to take oil drink.
Core oil. Every time I say that my medicine tastes like core oil, I forgot to go ask, well, how do you know what core oil tastes like? Shut up! If you tasted it, you'd know exactly. That's how I know. That's how I know.
That's how you learn.
And who said I've never tasted core oil? Okay.
That's how you learn how to taste.
It tastes exactly what you'd think core oil would taste like. Extremely bitter and metallic and disgusting. Like 10,000 ammo. 9,000. Okay. You got 1,000 less. Anyways, you got the dud. Okay, anyways, I was talking about my OC. I have an OC. His name is Danny Daniels. That's not his actual name though. His full name is Daniel Miller Smith. Okay, and he was made for the wiki because he was a part of the Ruddles lore. He was, because he joined whenever Ron Nasty left the band. He joined at the ripe age of 18. I don't know why they hired an 18-year-old. But to be fair, what did I put that? To be fair, Stig was also 18 years old at the time because of the age differences. It's the whole thing in the lore, okay? Whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and, well, he technically joined the band when he was 10. Okay, so what is the whole thing? So that's why. Okay, now Danny, he was a great musician, but everybody hated him because of that. He was ahead of his time, and nobody loved him. This is true. But everybody loved him once he joined a different band, Rocky's Child Nymph, in the 70s. Later, many years later, like a decade later after all that, he joined this new band, and it was a metal band that was crazy and weird, okay? And that's when everybody loved him, because he does great in crazy weird situations instead of the Ruttles where they're all singing about love and shit and holding hands. Dude, Danny is not good for that. He's good for songs about killing babies or whatever the hell they make. I don't know what their songs are. Killing babies and eating puppies. I don't know what their songs are about, but that's pretty much where his environment is. That's the perfect environment for him. It was really weird too because Stig also joined the band because Danny had to beg him. It was actually pretty much Rocky who begged Stig to join, but since Danny had connections to him and Rocky had no connections to anyone outside of his little bubble, he begged Danny to contact him. Now Rocky, as you could tell, Rocky Child, he was the leader of the group. He was the founder of the group technically. And that alone led to a lot of controversies. Okay, and he begged Danny to beg Stig. So it was not Danny who wanted to beg him because Danny is not one to beg, but he had to because Danny is a simp for Rocky, and this is the truth. This is true. In the lore, he is a simp for him. That's pretty much their dynamic. Okay, is that he's a simp for him, and he had always refused to say literally anything, not even one bad thing about Rocky because he is a simp. And that is why. Poor guy. I actually feel kind of bad for Danny because it's really obvious that he was kind of being low-key manipulated by Rocky, but Danny never wanted to admit it. I don't think nowadays he'd admit it. And he's like 80 years old now, so like, dude, get over yourself. Oh my god. Let the victim blame it. Rocky is dead, by the way. Rest in peace, legend. He had like lung cancer or something. I do not know what happened to him, but rest in peace, legend. So many people in my lore have died. Danny is not dead. He's not dead. Abdul. Oh, he died. Abdul is the only character in that lore who did it to deserve to die. This is the truth. Well, Abdul did make fun of Danny for his ADHD, so maybe he did deserve to die. He deserves to die. Okay. Oh my god. It's like that one, the one Flame song, John Barleycorn Must Die. Why did they make that? I don't know. Why did they do a cover of that?
Why is that the name?
How about Abdul Adolento must die. Die. That is messed up, what they did to Abdul. Okay, they were racist to him in their movie, by the way, so that's actually messed up. They should get canceled for that. And then, who else died? Terry is dead as well, although he kind of deserved it, in my opinion. I feel like nobody mourned his death. He wasn't a bad guy, but it's like, nobody liked him. He was kind of like the Bob Dylan of their group, pretty much, where like nobody likes you. Like there's not even that particular of a reason. It's just like we don't care. No, he's more like Donovan. Like nobody likes you. Like we just don't like you. People in the group liked him. Okay, like Danny, because Danny likes everybody except for Republicans, as he has said before. But but they will like him. But nobody in public likes him because he's a freak. That's why he's literally a freak. He is a weirdo and a freak. And Terry, rest in peace. He died, I think, in the 2000s or something, in like 2001. So rest in peace. That was my 9/11. else died? Who else died? Who else was in the band? I actually don't know if anybody else died. I don't think anybody else died. Oh, Frankie, he did not die. You would expect him to die. He looks like the type of guy that would die, but he hasn't. He's still alive. So congratulations to him. Girl, he's so old now. He's like 80 as well. Oh my god. Old Ash, bro. He's still doing what he loves to. Okay, he's not retired. Okay, what he loves to do is being a teacher to people. So that's what he does. He's a music instructor, and that's his thing. Okay. It was kind of funny, the fact that he joined a band because he was the teacher to Danny and Rocky, and Rocky and Danny were friends, and then Rocky, I bet it was Rocky because again, Danny is inside the bag. Rocky was like, can you please join our band? I know you're our teacher, but I don't care because I want you to join our band because you're such a good drummer and musician, and you'll be so good for that. And then he was like, you know what? Okay, yeah, sure, you know what? Okay, he doesn't care. He's like, okay, YOLO, sure, why not? And so he did, and he was a damn good drummer. Then they got a new drummer, and he sucked balls. But no, he didn't. No, they're both good drummers. But whatever. Okay, their second drummer was this guy named John Goldman Jr., and he had a whole thing. There's a whole thing with him, okay? He wasn't just a musician. He was pretty much everything you could imagine. He was an actor. He was a comedian. He was an artiste. Okay, he was pretty much everything and anyone ever happened. So... he was everything ever. And John Goldman Jr., if he is watching this, my fictional character, I love you. You are the best British man to ever survive and live in today's world. He is still alive, by the way. So, you know what? Congratulations, John. You are our favorite. John. Woo, John. His name is John. Are you serious? It's John without an H, though, which means it's unique. So, that's fine. John was a good drummer, but probably not as good in the eyes of the fandom as Frankie was. Because John, similarly... to Rocky and Terry, he was also a freak. There were freaks in this band, quite a lot of them. Well, all of them were freaks, but in their own unique way. Even Danny was. Why am I getting mad? No matter what people want to say, Danny was a freak too. Do not deny it. He was a freak because Danny was a hypocrite. Okay, that's what he was. He was a hypocrite and a pushover and a simp. That's what he was. Okay, and he tried to act like he wasn't. And you know what? No. Okay. You don't know. What are his bad traits? The fact that he is very two-faced. Danny is, okay? Like that one time he got into a very bad argument with their manager back in the 70s. And he said, he was saying all this shit about the manager. He was talking bad about their manager. And then 1 second later, he's like, no, actually, no, never mind. And then it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then for years, because of his own doing all of that, his own pushoverness, the fact he did that, nobody knew what the hell happened between them and knew why their manager left them, why their manager dropped them. Okay, they all knew it was Danny's fault probably, but then they were like, well, what happened? And Danny refused to say it because he's a loser and because he hates saying bad things about people because, I don't even know, because of his reputation. I have no idea. Okay, I feel like for the manager stuff, it was both because he wanted to get the fire out of the way because he's like, oh crap, I just talked so much smack about our manager, I don't want to get sued. Never mind. And because he is too nice. He is too nice to the guy. Ah! Oh, that was an ant on me, not a giant spider. Okay. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Okay. He is too nice for his own good. He doesn't say bad things about people unless they are people he does not know. If he knows the person, he refuses to say bad things about them. Like Rocky. Rocky was a manipulator. Rocky was abusive. Rocky was controlling. Rocky did not listen to the other band members. He could not take criticism. Okay, and Danny refused to say anything about it. He refused to say anything about it. Okay, he refused to say anything about it. Okay, when people were like, hey, come out, man, you know, you were low-key being controlled by him. Why are you not coming? And he's like, nah. And he goes out and praises the guy. He goes out and praises him for being controlling and a weirdo and a freak. Okay, like, what the Oh my god. That is, like, girl, why? Like, what are you doing? Oh my god. Okay, people on Reddit would definitely have a field day with Danny. Okay, I feel like many people, they love Danny and they refuse to see the bad things about him. But you know what? Me, I see the bad things. I see how much of a pushover he is. Okay, and a loser he is. All right. Everybody loved Danny to the fact that whenever Danny left the band, there were literal riots happening against Rocky because they were so mad at him because of Danny leaving. So I thought that was funny. They all loved Danny, and then their stocks went to zero whenever Danny left the band because Danny was what was holding it up. Danny was the best character in the lore, and then he left. And then no. Danny, though, okay, like I said, though, they're all freaks weirdos because, I mean, they're in a band called the Rocky Child Nymph. Of course, they're weirdos. Okay, they make songs about eating babies or whatever. I don't know, but they're all weird. Okay, what's their weird traits? If they were sins, what would their sins be? Okay, I think Terry's sin would obviously be lust. We all know that he is the sin of lust because he is a horn boy. All right, and this is true. Okay, he is a dirty man. Okay, he probably has like 3 STDs brewing inside of his genitals. Okay, this is true. Well, he's dead, but they were. Okay, he was a dirty man. Okay, and he made that loud and clear too. Okay, he did. He was like, wow, I love sleeping with women. And he had like 5 divorces. Okay, this is a whole lot. Okay, he is a dirty And he did that one short film where it was pretty much a porno. I mean, I don't know what he thinks he's doing anymore. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. Okay. Now, his sexuality has been debated among the scholars, Terry. But Terry, in my opinion, I was his creator, I'm his god. He is a straight man. This is true. But you can't deny the fact that he did masturbate in front of a man. So, that's much to think about. Oh well. Terry is stupid, that's why. Okay, he doesn't care. He's too lustful. That's his sin. And then Rocky would be pride, obviously, because he is a very control freak and prideful in himself, and he hates criticism of any sort. Danny? What would Danny's be? Girl, I don't know. I don't know. Gluttony. No, Stig would be gluttony, because Stig was also on the Rocky Talent floor, even though he didn't play an active role in it, which is shocking, because you guys know I love Stig. But you know what? No. This is not about them. It's about these new people, not Stig. Stig was just a part of the people, but he wasn't the people. So, there's that. Stig would be gluttony, because we all know he's a fat aw. Okay, yummy food. But in real life, Brother was the fat aw, not Ricky. So, much to think about. Maybe Stig wasn't a fat after all. Okay, Rocky could also be counted as Raph, maybe, because he had, anger issues or something. Every time he did an interview, he was so angry at the interviewers for no reason. Even on his radio interview, years after the band broke up, he was, so passive-aggressive to the people asking him questions. Girl, calm down. Oh, my God. We get it. Oh, my God. He's very bitter about the fact that his band broke up and shit. He had to break them up. He's a very passive-aggressive man, okay? This is the truth. He's a passive-aggressive man, okay? He can either be very happy or very passive-aggressive if you ever question anything about him, okay? I love him for that, though, because he's literally a psycho. I'll be honest, I based him off of, Marilyn Manson. I'll be honest, not exactly, but, the whole kind of vibe, I based it off of Marilyn Manson. Even his makeup he wears, I based off of Marilyn Manson, so I just like the Marilyn Manson look a lot, because he looks like a crazy psycho. I don't know, and that's kind of the inspiration for Rocky. Rocky's just crazy psycho. I don't know what the hell he thinks he's doing, okay? Oh my God. He is wrath and pride because he hates everyone. He never had any wives or anything, so canonically he is not lust or anything. I don't think he cares about women. The only woman he cares about is Danny. This is true. I felt kind of bad about saying this on my document about Danny, but I was going into a lot of details about Danny. Obviously, I went into his height and weight and stuff like that, and his likes and dislikes and his food and his hobbies, all that. You know what I mean? Things that you wouldn't necessarily have to go into detail, but I did because I'm you know what? No. I want people to know exactly who he is, and I had to say his body type exactly because I didn't have any images on it or whatever. And if I'm being honest, I haven't drawn Danny in a while, but in my head, I feel like he has a more feminine body type, despite being a cisgender man. Okay. He is a cisgender, most likely straight man. Well, that's not true, but he acts like a straight man. Okay, he's never married a man. I mean, back then it was legal, and he was never dating a man. Because back then he'd be hanged for that. But, he's a straight man, cisgender man. Okay, but the truth is he does have a feminine body type. Okay, he has wide hips for a man. Okay, and this is true. Okay, and I had to say that. And I bet Rocky and Danny are my biggest OTP. Rocky and Danny are canon ship. This is true. Mostly on Rocky's side. Rocky was obsessed with him, but Danny was obsessed with him, but in a more private way. He was not open about it, but he did openly praise him a lot. But Rocky was he pretty much, I don't know how to describe the dynamic much. It's just they were obsessed together. I don't know. Paul McCartney, John Lennon, Blondie, Steve. I don't know what you'd think about it, but they were in love, but in the soulmate way, a real way, they were in love. They should have got together. No, they'd be awful together. Rocky would be an awful partner. This is true. That's why he never married, because he would be a very bad partner, okay? But they were in love, despite all the bad things I said. It was doomed yaoi, toxic yaoi. Alright, and this is true. Pretty much, I don't know how to describe it. That one photo, I was thinking, one of my favorite photos of the Flames is such a miscellaneous photo that nobody would think of. It's this one photo. I don't think I have it saved anymore, but because I went a while back, I deleted a bunch of photos of mine, which I regret now because I have to get back all my Flames images, and I only have 400 images now. Wonderful, not enough. Okay, and it's this one photo from a live show they did. Okay, and at the end of it, Blondie was this is not even related to what I'm saying, by the way. Blondie was looking at Steve with the most genuine, happy smile I've ever seen anyone have, and it was so cute. I don't know, Steve looked like he was dissociated because they did too much weed, and this is true, but it was so sweet. I was wait, what? He's so happy just to be with Steve. I don't know why it's so sweet. Do you guys understand me? He was so happy to be with Steve. It was genuinely so sweet. I was wait, this is so cute. What the hell? Oh my God, Steve and Blondie. Oh my God, get yourself a man who looks at you like Blondie does to Steve. Okay. Yes. They will wistfully look into each other's eyes. That's their pastime. Didn't John and Paul used to do that? Yes. Real man love. This is real man love. Let's normalize real man love, alright? This is real man love. They're in love, and it's a beautiful thing. Look at them. Why did he have a spore coming out of his head, and now it's gone? He doesn't cover that one up. I don't know, maybe that image is pretty much Rocky to Danny, maybe, if you really think about it, because Rocky, I don't know, he's psycho, he loved Danny. Okay, I never really wrote about it too much, because I feel like Rocky tried to deny it, but because homosexuality was a sin. I bet Rocky was homophobic. Why am I getting ads? I bet Rocky was homophobic, and he was in denial about his homosexuality. This is true. This is true. Danny is canonically bisexual, like, in the canon lore, he is, but I don't think he, again, like I said, I don't think he ever dated or married any men or anything like that, I'll be honest, but he is canonically bisexual, so, because I feel like he'd be fine with it, I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like he is definitely more leaning towards women. This is the truth. This is my opinion about my own OC. Okay, how can you have an opinion about OC, but it's, like, not canon? You know what I mean? I don't know. Kind of strange. Kind of odd. Oh, my God. I always forget that Danny has ADHD. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not something I think about really, but he does. Because in middle school and high school, he was a bad kid. This is true. Okay. He hated school and he hated it. I bet he dropped out. I'm gonna write that. He probably dropped out, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. Rocky, maybe he dropped out too. I don't know. Actually, I think it'd be more unique if he actually didn't drop out. Like, he was, like, because that's so weird to think about, because, like, whenever you think of, like, a high school dropout, you think of somebody who has, like, no success and they're a bum. And that's exactly what Rocky is. But no, I bet he did graduate high school, because I bet he is deep down smart, just like Danny is. Danny is smart. He's more smart in, like, English and, like, science and stuff like that. He's like that.
Yeah,
okay.
both unlike you.
English, okay. But I feel like they're both smart, but they act like they're not, because there's, like, weirdos. I don't know. Rocky, especially. Rocky acts like he is a bum or something, which, I mean, he is, but he is a very smart man, okay? But he doesn't use his smartness for good. This is the truth. He uses it for manipulation. I bet Rocky is really good at math. I don't know. This is a thought. Frankie, he's a teacher, so he had to have graduated. Frankie is also a smart man, mostly in, music and art and stuff like that, and that garbage that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about that, okay? Oh my God, Abdul canonically did not, this was like a big plot in his childhood. The fact that he dropped out of high school as well. First, like freshman year he dropped out, I'm pretty sure, because he went to run away with his girlfriend, and he's like, we're gonna go live in England, not India, bye, I hate my family. That was like his lore pretty much. He's like, I'm gonna go live with my girlfriend, lol. Lol. Okay, and that's the lore, okay. And then Terry, he did graduate high school as well, even though he is also a bum. Okay, he also graduated high school. His younger brother did, and so did his sister. They all graduated high school because they're all good babies, okay? And this is true. They all did high school, and they all had a band together when they were like 10 years old as well. So that's cool, okay? And they were popular in their school because they had a cool band and shit. Okay, Terry is a very talented musician, but he's just such a weirdo that everybody hates him, okay? Like, he's just such a weirdo. I guess he's kind of like Mick Jagger. I don't know. He's kind of like Mick Jagger, but with the reputation of Donovan, pretty much, where like everybody hates him so much because he's a weirdo, but he is very talented. Really, like, you know what I mean? It's like, but and then his siblings went on to be pretty popular too, kind of low-key celebrities. They're kind of popping off. I think the most famous out of the three siblings would probably be his younger brother, actually. His younger brother enjoyed being a musician stuff, but I'm pretty sure he went on to be like an actor or something like that. I have no idea. It was a whole thing, and I think their sister was like a writer and actress as well. So that's cool. That's cool. Technically, Terry was an actor too, but we don't talk about that. But oh, mama. There's another character I have on the wiki. His name is Paul Fagan, but he goes by the nickname Fender. And I love him so much because he's transgender man, and he was in the looping group of, there was like a trio. It was him, Stig, and this other guy. Oh my God, I forgot the name. I have a lot of characters in my lore. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, and his name was Gonzo. That was his name. It wasn't his real name, obviously, but that was his nickname. And technically they're all nicknames, because in the lore, Stig's first name was not Stig. That was a nickname as well. His first name was some other thing. I can get it right now, but I don't want to. So I don't know. Pretty much all the characters. I always love giving them like nicknames that aren't actually their real name, but they're called by that by the medium. People just think that's their actual name. Fender, I was writing his lore. His lore is kind of sad. He was homeless for a while. Okay, Fender, he's kind of homeless. My friend is kind of homeless. Okay, that's what Gonzo said when Gonzo was trying to get him a home. No, that didn't happen. They didn't meet yet. They met way later, like when he was like 26 or something like that. Okay, he was homeless during his like high school years and his like early 20s and stuff. I'm kind of homeless. Okay, he kind of was low key because he ran away from his parents' house, and then he went to live with his girlfriend, but then they broke up, and then he was kicked out the house, so he was homeless. He was kind of homeless. Okay, so, you know, and what I like about him so much is the fact that he's woke. He's a transgender man. So, yeah! Okay. Transgender man, transgender, Transylvania, transvestite, okay, or whatever. I've never seen that movie, even though I should because I'm gay and stuff, so you're legally allowed. You legally need to watch that movie. But I haven't. Sorry to everyone who is gay and loves gay people. Gonzo also kind of has a sad life. Both Fender and Gonzo are dead. So just so you guys know, okay, they're dead for. Gonzo, I think he killed himself. Rest in peace, Gonzo. Okay, rip legend. Okay, Stig and Gonzo were tight ass, and Stig was so sad when he died. He was like, no, my amigo. What the fuck? Okay, I wrote it in the lore where Stig was more sad of Gonzo's death than Gonzo's wife was. So that's interesting. And oh, what the? Hey, you wanna come with me to my alien workshop? Let's see if the food is done. Girl, no, it's not. What are you leaning over here for? I guess I could talk in here now. Should I? I don't know. I'm already in here, and I'm already pulling out a seat, and I'm already sitting down, so I think I'm good. But, Gonzo, he had a lifelong problem with drug abuse and alcoholism, okay, because he hated his life so much. He had a very sad life. He was just a very depressed man, okay, I will be honest with you. He made beautiful music that uplifted people around him, but he hated his life still, and he had drug issues and alcoholism, and that all eventually led him killing himself, okay, so rip legend, okay. Oh my goodness, Rip Legend. He was such a kind man. Rip Legend, okay. Rip Legend. I liked his afro, okay. Rip Legend. I have a lot of characters on the wiki. It's like not even really that. It's not even funny. Now, Danny. I should go back on Danny because this video was about Danny. Danny, I have a document about him. I'm not done with it yet, so I'm not going to share it yet. But I will eventually. I will. If once I'm done, I'm gonna go in the comments here and share it. I'll also share it on my card because you know what? Why not? I'll make more documents for my OCs too because I've really been meaning to do this. And I'm making a document as well for Rocky Child, the band itself, and I'll have like a list of like the lore, all that, you know, and the names they had, and the albums, and interviews, and the film they had as well. The low budget all film they had. So I'll have that too. I have one for the Rebels too, but I don't know if I'll share that since it's like it's not really my OC. The Rebels aren't my OC. It's my OC lore, I guess, that's like original. But the Rebels aren't my character, so I feel like it's not gonna would it really count? I don't know. But I do have it on the wiki though. I do have links on my document too, so like you can click on stuff and like know what the hell I'm talking about and stuff like that. So that's cool, Linto. That's cool, beans. Oh, what is that? Okay. Danny, originally in the lore, he got married to his high school sweetheart, and stuff like that, and then they had a kid and all that and stuff, and they were forever together. But I feel like it'd be more realistic if maybe, like, they got a divorce or something and he found a new woman. But I feel like in the lore, I feel like Danny isn't the type of guy to be like that. I feel like he would only be with his one true love. He would not be one to try to find somebody else. I feel like he wasn't like that. Maybe they get married. Okay, they have a kid, or maybe, like, no, maybe they get married, but then they have, like, the downfall, so they get divorced, but then they fall in love again, and then they get married again. It's the whole thing. And then they have a kid. Of course, they named him Zeus because they're both freaks and they can't name it normal like John or something. That's their baby's name. Okay, it was super sweet. I saw, because Danny, he's a pretty old character on the wiki. And I was looking at the stuff and he did an interview and I read a bit of it. And it was so sweet seeing him. The fact that I wrote this, though, and I'm saying it's sweet, I forgot, and I'm a psycho, I'm sorry. It was so sweet seeing him gush about his family, about his wife and son, and he's like, I love them so much. He, like, went on a full rant about how wonderful his wife was. It's like, it's actually really sweet. What the hell? Oh, my God, I like whenever men do that. Let's gush over our beautiful, amazing, kind-hearted, funny, smart, capable, amazing, powerful wives. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I like when men do that because I'm like, yes. It's just very sweet. Let's simp over our wives. Yes. Yes, Danny will do that. Danny was the type of man who loved his wife so much. Okay, Danny and Stig. Okay, another ship in the town on the block is Stig x Danny. Now that one is completely normal. That is a very vanilla ship shape of the Rocky Child nymph. Because, I mean, it makes sense. They knew each other since the Ruttles, you know, and they were both the same age. They both had similar personalities and, like, similar hobbies. And then they later, you know, get together again for Rocky's Child nymph, you know what I mean? And then they, like, you know, they're similar still, you know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, it's pretty obvious. That's like the fandom I'm having in my head for, like, if my stuff ever got popular, this is the fandom. They would ship Stig and Danny, and this is true because I said so, and because I do too. Danny and Stig are a beautiful couple, okay? Okay, maybe him and Stig and Danny's wife and Stig's own wife, they could all be polyamorous, maybe. Who knows? Stig has had, like, 2 or so wives in his life, in the lore at least. In the canon lore of the Ruttles, he had 1 wife, okay, because that was, like, at the time of the Ruttles. So he had 1 wife, but he did have 2 partners. His wife, and then before that, he had some other woman who he was a slut to. So that does not count, okay? I do not know if they were serious at all, or if they were just, like, hooking up. I do not know. They didn't, like, really elaborate in the movie. So I don't know. So it doesn't count. In my lore, though, I didn't make Stig like that. I didn't make Stig like a whore, I'll be honest with you, because I don't know. I know in the lore he is, but my wiki is different. It's my own lore. Stig is not a whore. He's a normal guy, okay, and he only had It's a few wives, okay? He's not a whore. Okay, I'm making food right now. Where is the... Okay, wait. Oh my goodness. This is goddamn food, bro. For real. Why did I decide to make food at like 9 p.m., bro? What the hell am I doing? 9 p.m. It's 9:30, bro. What the hell am I doing? My mom's gonna be home soon. Maybe she could have some. No, she has to go to bed like immediately when she gets home because she is so tired all the time and her life sucks. And okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god, my iPad's gonna be burning after I'm putting it on my oven. Oh my god, why am I doing this so? Just put the food in, bro. Oh my god, you know that thing people say where it's like just put the fries in the bag or whatever? I know what that means, but why? What? But like why? Does that make sense? Like why is that a thing? What does that mean? Like I have never. That's not a common thing. People don't like they don't hesitate to put fries in their like McDonald's bag. Am I stupid? Hi, Maddie.
Right now?
Yeah. I'm recording.
Oh, hi, Maddie.
Okay, good. He'll be very happy at that because he loves you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
What a good kid. What a smart kid.